This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Topping the news tonight, the City of Freeport Council has a new chief councilor at the helm. Elections were held last night following unrest in the 9-member council that ultimately led to Chief Councilor Shavita Campbell being relieved of her position. Tonight, the newly elected chief says she is ready to begin a new chapter for the council. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
Councillor for Central Grand Bahama Frazette Gibson was sworn in as the new chief councillor for the City of Freeport Council after being voted in unopposed. Councillor for Marco City Kevin Ferguson was nominated but turned it down. After months of turmoil within the City of Freeport Council, Gibson says she is focused on getting the body back on track.
I believe the turbulence was probably necessary so that we can sit, collaborate, and get things in order so that confidence could be restored once again in the local government process. I believe that has been dwindled because of the turbulence, and we have to show the city better and move forward in a positive life for the betterment of the city.
After a tie vote, by the flip of a coin, Councillor for Central Grand Bahama Marco Carey became the council's new deputy chief councillor. He replaces Deputy Councillor Navarre Smith, who resigned last week due to plans to run as Democratic National Alliance candidate for Marco City. Last night's council meeting was the first since Minister for Local Government, the Honourable Hope Strawn, upheld council's vote of no confidence in former Chief Councillor Shavita Campbell, who signed a letter of commitment awarding Bahamas striping contracts for work without the council's approval. Carey says the council is looking to the future.
Me along with my chief, we will, I guess, we have only a short time before our elections is called, so we will try to move the City of Freeport Council more forward than what we have been before.
With the conflict now behind, Administrator Preston Cunningham says he wants the council to give the new chief and deputy its full support. Cunningham says he was pleased with the voting process.
Councillors use their judgment, respect to democracy, and ensuring that we were able to come up with a chief councillor and a deputy chief councillor this evening without any hitch, without any grumblings and chaos, the rest of it. A very peaceful session.
The now 8-member council has just months left in its term, with elections set for June 2017. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Members of the Trade Union Congress addressing a myriad of issues impacting labor at a press conference here on Grand Bahama today. The state of the ground transportation industry was just one of the issues given special attention. Megan Shepard reports.
Vice President of the Hotel and Managerial Association, Kirkland Russell, along with various union executives coming together in solidarity for a number of labor issues. The union executive is reiterating the need for fair business for the Grand Bahama Taxi Union.
Today, in Grand Bahama and indeed Nassau, the taxi cab business is being totally assaulted, is being totally pushed to the curve, and taxi cab drivers are, in utter despair.
He adds that there has been a paradigm shift in the economy because the tourists have been taking out of the hand of the cab drivers.
When they take the passengers to the various restaurants, to the various entertainment sites, wherever, on the various tours, and stop to the mama little juice shop or the mama little bread shop throughout this country, we understand how the straw vendors in this country are able to make it. When the taxi cab drivers, I know Madam Lewis, who has a nice straw vendor, let me take you to her. And so she makes some money. The next straw vendor makes some money. When we talk about tourist money never done, it is not when the money go in one person's pocket. It is when the taxi cabs are able to pick up the tourists, distribute them throughout the length and breadth of these various islands, and everybody makes some money.
Russell noting that the nation's leader made a promise to the union, but he contends that the cab drivers are still losing when it comes to the transport of tourists.
Today the deal is about 95 to 5. 95% to the tour operators and 5% to the taxi cab drivers. My Lord,
He claims that the actions by the powers that be are indeed illegal.
in the Road Traffic Act, which provides the guideline for what taxi cab are able to do, what omnibuses are able to do, what tour buses are able to do, those laws are being allowed to be trampled upon.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Now, Assistant Controller of Road Traffic Ken Ferguson calls the claims utter nonsense. He says representatives from the taxi union have not expressed those views to his office and says he wonders who the TUC executive is representing. Meantime, a key player in Grand Bahamas' ground transportation sector is celebrating another big accomplishment. Officials believe this latest recognition further solidifies the company as a leader in the industry. H. Forbes Charter Services has received the Delta Vacation Quality Assurance Award for the second consecutive year. The international award recognizes companies in the industry for outstanding quality service.
H. Forbes Charter Services has been in business for over 35 years, and our main focus as a company is to provide the best customer services, and we do that by providing quality, not just service, quality service to our customer.
Office Manager Florine Robinson says the company remains focused on staying ahead of the competition.
We try to stay above by providing the best source of transportation. We do that by meet and greet upon arrival at the airport, the way the driver would cater to the guests upon arrival or departure. We try to give, even if you didn't pay for VIP services, we give you that VIP treatment.
Robinson says H. Forbes makes such a positive impact on its clients that many of them become repeat visitors.
And when they come to the island, they even have their driver who they would ask to pick them up from the airport. So when we have those repeated guests and they can ask to say, can I, would it be okay for me to ask for Mr. Ouden to pick us up at the airport? That says volume for our company.
Training is also a key component for the company, which allows them to stay on the cutting edge of technology.
People now, instead of bringing prepaid vouchers, they have them on their telephone, even credit card now is on telephone. So we have to be prepared in these areas so we can give the customer what it is that they are looking for.
H. Forbes Charter also received the CASIC Award for Best Service in the Transportation Sector on the island. Stay with us, there's more news after this.